Hello, everybody. This is Mary Jacobs back with the Tao of Oneness One Love show. I really just wanted to pop in today with a little short, kind of a follow up to last week's podcast. As you see, I'm out here in nature once again, kind of just reminiscing, connecting, having that inner dialogue with God and with each individual animal that I've come across. So many deer are active right now, especially this time of evening. I'm out here around like 7:30. And as I was here, I really wanted to connect and just say that what was fresh on my mind that I wanted to share is that society has trained us to believe that God is only present in certain places, right? Like God is only present in a church or in a synagogue or in a mosque or some type of holy temple or place of worship, or only certain people actually have the ability to commune with God. Society and a lot of, dogmatic traditions have trained us to really sincerely believe that, and therefore have severed our own connection, like consciously. Of course, it can never really truly sever your connection in truth, but you feel disconnected, and how that can exacerbate any underlying conditions and kind of blockages that we can have. And especially feeling our connection in oneness and unity with God, with divinity, with our own, bodies even. It can go in so many different layers, and especially from one another and therefore from nature. So as I was out here communing with God, I really was just in that zone of seeing and experiencing God in all things, and seeing the signs and the symbolism and the messages that were coming back to me via nature, and the importance of that. One thing that I can say is that our ancestors, and when I say ancestors, I'm talking about the majority of the people on the planet, have some type of ancestral, like conscious ancestral tie. Now, some people really don't really know exactly what that is, but you know that your lineage is extended way past any ancestors that, may have lived, like grandmas, great-grandparents. I'm talking going back a long time. They knew. And after me traveling around the world, working with a lot of indigenous cultures, studying also a lot of, indigenous ways of being and living and connecting, cross-culturally also, not just one, but cross-culturally have I studied. And one thing that they all have in common, especially the cultures that still today have a connection to their ancestral roots, is that they know that God lives within the all. And they're very present with also the acknowledgement that therefore, as it says in most holy text, if God is within the all, then that means that God is sincerely and truly inside of you. And I want you to really take that in, not just superficially, not just as a concept, but to really be with the possibility of the knowing that, oh my goodness, the Most High God lives within me. My vessel, my body is a temple of God. So with that knowing and understanding the sacredness of that. I'm still getting used to being in the camera, guys. But with that comes a huge responsibility and accountability of how do we treat our bodies? How do we interact with the rest of the world? And more importantly, how do we allow the rest of the world to interact with us, right? Really getting clear of that. And I took some notes because I love taking notes. I think I kind of talked about that last time as well. But another thing that I wanted to say in reference to what I was speaking on last week, as far as like now is our time for us to remember, for us to wake up, to acknowledge the power of what we are collectively and individually. And the source of love is what is the most important unifying power in all of that, right? So in all of these messages that I've been calling forward, remember this: comparison steals. Comparison steals our joy. It steals our passion. It knocks the steam out of us, or it puffs us up if we're comparing ourselves and feeling above thyself and feeling better than someone else, or taking pride in being farther along than someone else. No matter which way you go, that is a teeter-tottering out of balance. It's stealing because it's not allowing us to truly honor our truth while simultaneously honoring others' truth. And knowing that no matter where our journey is on that spiral, right, of consciousness and conscious awareness and where we are in service to, or on our remembering journey, that everyone is on their own unique path. And at the end of the day, if the Most High is in all and the Most High lives within you, then I guarantee you that means, by default, that God is also inside of any other person, being, circumstance, event, or place that you may or may not compare yourself to. So instead of comparison and being in the energy of competition, let's be in the energy and frequency of really working together, right? Community, forgiveness, compassion, each one teach one. There's something that person is really good at that I lack at. I might be really good at this, and instead of looking at them and seeing how, oh my gosh, I'm great at understanding Reiki and how energy works and chakras, and this person is kind of like fumbling along. Meanwhile, this person is really good at knowing how to build a home. This person is really good at, being able to fix your car. Or a matter of fact, knows the healing medicines out here as far as the herbs that naturally are here on the planet and how they work along with the body. So instead of comparing ourselves, let's get curious. Let's see how we can work together. Let me ask questions, and therefore we build communities where we're all kind of interconnected and we're learning from each other and therefore assisting and helping one another. Similar to nature. All the ecosystems in their natural environment are all correlated to one another, and together they all thrive. Of course, there's nuances to everything, you know what I mean? But nature still will prevail in the end and bring balance back. So why don't we go ahead and do that as well in our own unique individual lives and spread that out, grassroots, locally. Together, we are always better, all right? I'm sending you so much love and gratitude. And I hope that all of these messages that I've been talking about resonate with you on some level. Please come back. I'm going to be doing a lot more shorts just as I'm inspired and just in the moment, just letting it flow and connecting with my community. Until the next time, you guys, this is Mary Jacobs. May you know that all is truly well, and I'm rooting for us. Love wins. Bye.